very much, Jennifer, and everybody from Think Outside the Bomb. Thank you so much for coming and being here this week, and our prayers are with you. So, our friend is on a national speaking tour. You know her, you can look her up on the internet, and her story is absolutely incredible. A leading U.S. government official, colonel. She quit the administration when the Gulf War was beginning, one of 3, and has dedicated her life to the work for peace. And I know this firsthand because some of you know I was in Cairo in January with a couple of other friends here. 1,400 of us gathered from around the planet to walk and go into Gaza. And Egypt clamped down and wouldn't let us in. And at the heart of the whole thing was our speaker, our friend. And she was one of the organizers and was on the recent flotilla that Israel just attacked and killed 9 sisters and brothers. And she came here, she's on a tour. I think she's here to be with us and to support us. I'm shocked. A round of applause for Colonel Ann Wright. What a blessing to have Ann in our midst. Give us a few words, Ann.
Well, thank you, John, very much, and thank you all, the Pax Christi, Think Outside the Bomb, all of the peace action groups that are here. It's a real honor to be here. It's very poignant to be here. A year ago, right at this time, I was in Hiroshima. I'd been invited by let's see, what's the name of it? The Committee to Abolish Atomic and Nuclear Weapons of Hiroshima. I'd been one of the international guests that had been invited to come and speak, and then after being there in that very poignant, a place that this place right here has wreaked such horror on that place of Hiroshima, August 6th, 1945, when the United States dropped the bomb there, and then 3 days later in Nagasaki. And John was telling me as we were walking up on the Vigil that the actual facility that built that bomb was right here, that this part was the facility from which those bombs were built. So it's very eerie to be here, really eerie, that right here, where so much of the intellect and the scientific knowledge and people, men and women who are so smart and geniuses and can figure out so much stuff for the world, and yet it's been used for the last, I guess ever since 1942 when these facilities started being built, that it's been used for such destruction. And as we are here to remind the men and women who work in that facility that we would hope that their minds, their very brilliant minds, could be turned in other ways, that for the safety and security of our planet, we don't need these nuclear weapons, that we need sustainable energy, or sustainable, whatever you guys are doing out at the camps, sustainable whatever it is. Yeah, permaculture, that's it. We need that. Jesus Christ, if we could get those guys out there to come down and help build compost toilets, we could use a little help about a little solar energy, how about all of the windmills whooping up all the energy that we could be using to live with, rather than all of the destruction that's going on in the Gulf right now with these just crazy underwater machines that suck up the heart of the earth for us to put in our cars. I mean, it's really, it's what we're doing here is so important to say to these people: use your minds, use your intellects, use your creative ability for something that's going to help this little planet of ours survive, as we, the people on it, do what seems to be every single thing we can to destroy this little planet, except for what you all are doing. And actually millions of other people that are joining us with us in spirit. And in fact, how many of you, people from all over the country are meeting in places like this, and we'll be meeting over the next week as people commemorate the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But how about from right here? Where are people from? Just yell out the states. Minnesota, Colorado,
Texas,
Washington, Texas,
Arizona,
D.C., Arizona, California, Hiroshima, Oh, please come up. No, please come up. What is your name? Yeah, please stand right here. And this is Miki from Hiroshima.
I just want to state thank you for being here, and I'm so honored to be here with all of you. I met John Deers, and I know you are doing this, and I just came to meet my husband. So I didn't know this action before moving to States, so I'm so good. I'm impressed all of you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tell to all of my friends, family in Hiroshima and Japan.
Well, we'll have a chance to talk with Miki later, and I hope all of you will go speak with her, because the stories that she will have to tell about her parents, her grandparents, and the effects of that bomb that dropped on Hiroshima are things that all of us need to know about. And how many of you all have heard Habakasha, the actual survivors of the Hiroshima or Nagasaki? Yeah. So many of us have, and it's so important that we keep inviting those men and women as they grow older and older, the survivors of those hundreds of thousands of people that were killed in each one of those places. And as we now, here we are with a new president. He's been in office 2 years, a president that said he's going to reduce the number of nuclear weapons, and has had discussions with the Russians about the reduction of the numbers of them. But then we find that it's this administration here that is going ahead with new generations of parts of these bombs to make sure that the remaining bombs that we have work even better, I guess. Things that under the Bush administration we were pushing back, trying to get them to stop that reliable replacement warhead. And yet we find this new president that's saying, oh, we'll reduce the number of bombs, but we're going to create more nuclear energy, more nuclear energy and more nuclear industries. And right here in, Santa Fe, there's another facility that's going to be built. And in Texas, more facilities that are going to be built to get the next generations going. So if you were against this sort of stuff for the Bush administration when they were talking about it, I hope that you will be standing tall against another administration, because it really doesn't matter who's in office when they're doing these issues, whether it's the continuation of the war in Iraq on the same timetable, or whether it's the increase in the war in Afghanistan, or whether it's the condoning of everything that Israel does, to include the destruction of Gaza last year, a year and a half ago, with 22-day attack of 1,440 people killed and 5,000 injured, and a flotilla that goes to say to the international community, stop the blockade, stop the siege of Gaza, and then it gets shot up. And then all of a sudden, because you, the citizen activists of every issue, every social justice issue that there is, you all are at times doing it. And I'm sure you're tired of it. No, good. Diane Baker right out here says, I'm not tired of it. No. I mean, you all are the foundation. You are the ones that no matter what, you're there for the issues. And as we speak today on the issues of nuclear disarmament, and as we remember back into 1945, 65 years ago, when the United States of America, the only country in the world that's ever dropped those bombs on human beings, that we stand as one voice to say never again, that we will not allow our country to do that, and we will do everything possible within our collective will and organizations to stop nuclear weapons and to abolish the ones we have. So I join with you. I thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you, and stop those nukes. Thank you.